Hello everyone. I'm gonna give a few minutes. I'm gonna brush my hair a little bit while we're waiting for people to get in. But as today's what are we doing again? Oh yeah, we're doing 21 days of twin flame lives where I teach you all about twin flames while I get ready. They're not all going to be get readies with me, but they are definitely going to be very interesting in the things that we do. So I am actually just going to do my hair a little bit while we're waiting for people to come in. Hello everyone. And the live from yesterday, in case you missed it, I forgot what we talked about yesterday. Y'all, I have not gotten good sleep, and my head kind of hurts. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Hello. Welcome in, you guys. Okay. So today, the topic that we're going to be talking about is why your twin flame doesn't want to be with you. So we're going to go really deep into twin flame separation. And in case you don't know who I am, my name is Soledad. You guys can actually just call me Sol. And I'm a psychic, a tarot card reader. I specialize in love readings, specifically twin flames and past soul life regression readings. And I have done over 500 readings this year. And most of them, I would say, have been about twin flames. And most of the people that I do readings for come to me because they are in separation in some form or another. So this is a topic that I am... Not only do I have personal experience with, I have experience from other people, and I've done a lot of research myself, and I'm also in that space. I also am writing a book about twin flames, and unlike the other books in the market, this is not my experience or other people's experience. It's not a collection of experiences. It's more of a guide, so you can identify your twin flame, you can learn how this concept has changed over time, and it's also a tracking journal so that you'll get practical tools for you to better yourself. And to really track your journey and really know if you are in a twin flame journey, and regardless if you're in a twin flame journey or not, are you wanting to attract a soulmate, some kind of divine love, and all of that. So with all of that being said, today you are going to learn why separation happens in the first place. You're going to really step into the divine feminine's perspective and why it's so hard to step away, and why it's essential to step away so that you can allow your divine masculine to end karmic cycles, and what you can do in the meantime to speed up union if you are in separation. Oh guys, I got my nails done, by the way. Isn't it so cute? Anyways, so before we get into all of that, let's talk about the beginning stages of a twin flame connection. We kind of already went into this in yesterday's live, but I did want to talk a little bit more about it. So the initial honeymoon phase, what are you going to experience once you've made that connection with your twin flame, right? There are undeniable signs and synchronicities. There is telepathic connections. There's a lot of intense emotions. And in this stage, you're really solidifying the connection. And as individuals, right, divine feminine, divine masculine, you are experiencing an inner balancing, an outer readjusting of what people like to call kundalini energy, chakra activation, throat chakra, root chakra, heart chakra, and a spiritual reawakening of your gifts. So a lot of specifically divine feminines experience this in the beginning, honeymoon phase, because divine feminines lead spiritually. And so once you're in the honeymoon phase, you may be talking all the time. You know, it's kind of like the honeymoon phase of a relationship. You're getting to know each other. It's fun. You want each other's attention. You're experiencing all these intense emotions. And with all of that, you could be experiencing some triggering, okay? And triggering can be an emotional triggering. It can be an energetic, physical triggering. And a lot of this is going to have to do with wounds that are blocking you. Some things may resurface that you haven't dealt with since you were a child or a teenager, right? But these obstacles, these challenges, they have to be overcome. And so let's go into how divine feminine versus divine masculine starts feeling these triggers and how they manifest and essentially push union away. Now, I'm going to brush my hair a little bit. I am going to get sushi after this, so we're not going to do like a crazy makeup look like the way we did yesterday. I mean, yesterday's wasn't that crazy compared to other ones, but, you know, it's not going to be a bright pink look. It's just going to be a very simple eyeshadow kind of look. Maybe we'll do some wings. So, yes, but it is a look that a lot of you guys have been asking me, like, how I do. So I can't wait for you to see it. And let me brush out my hair a little bit. I did get a haircut and a blowout yesterday, but I live in a very tropical climate and my hair is literally looking like this. You couldn't even tell that I did a blow dry yesterday, because what is this? But don't worry, I got hair oil. Ooh. I got this from Target. I really don't even know what's in this. I just know that it works and it smells really good. So let me do that, and then we'll get into the triggering and how it manifests differently. So do this. All right, so the divine masculine will feel triggering as the connection deepens in the honeymoon phase, as feelings of undeservingness. They feel unworthy of unconditional love that comes from their divine feminine. They may even try to test you, right, as a divine feminine, and try to really see if you are who you say you are, because there is a lot of trust issues. Divine masculines usually, you know, they get taken advantage of. They'll have like abandonment, rejection issues, things like that, which, you know, anyone can experience. You don't have to be in a twin flame connection to experience these things. However, it is very triggering for them, and it's hard for them to believe that they are deserving, again, of this love. And then for the divine feminine, you may feel, I feel like I speak to a lot of divine feminines, so you may feel exposed, vulnerable, like your insecurities are out in the open. So if you have insecurities with your body image, if you have insecurities, for example, I have a skin condition that causes inflammation, kind of like rashes and stuff like that. So for me, intimacy is not just like, oh, I can just casually go out and do that. I have to get really close with somebody, and I have to admit that. But for most of the time, like when I finally admit these things to somebody that I'm going to be intimate with, they don't really care. They really don't. They're just like, okay, whatever, like that's not a big deal. But to me it is. And it's something that I'm still working through as well. But that was just like a personal example. In general, there are things that can come up that you may feel very insecure and vulnerable. And so in this way, both parties are really manifesting separation and pushing their union away. And so we're going to go deeper into the dynamics, the characteristics of divine feminine and masculine energies, the wounds, and identifying really which one you're leaning more into in tomorrow's live. So we'll discuss all about the divine feminine and masculine qualities and the differences and all of that. So, you know, tune in. It's going to be at the same time. And so leading up to separation. So let's kind of get everything together right now, right? We have the initial contact. That may seem like a coincidence, and some twin flame couples will even experience initial contact in a way that they don't even notice each other, and then months or even years later they will, you know, reconnect for whatever reason, and then they will initiate a honeymoon phase. And this phase is kind of what we've been talking about, right? Exploration, bonding, connecting, learning how to love in new ways that you both didn't think possible, right? Learning to trust love again, learning to trust yourself. And so in this, you know, we learn unconditional love. So divine feminine may kind of see somebody, they may see the divine masculine's red flags, and normally they would run instantly, but with this person, it's almost like they're learning to be understanding. They have this willingness to change, to help, and again, experience unconditional love with no conditions, right? And it doesn't mean that you are expecting them to, you know, fall in love with you or be romantically connected with you. It's almost like you're just accepting the person for who they are, and you're being there for them in the way that they need you to be there for them, right? And that doesn't always mean romantic things. Anyways, and then after we have this bonding, honeymoon phase is kind of where the surface level stuff starts getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and you start triggering each other. You start having more like illogical fights. You start pushing each other away on purpose. And so this is leading up to the separation stage. So as the relationship progresses and things move away from surface level connections, the realization kind of sinks in that change needs to happen in order to be in union. And this can trigger a runner-chaser dynamic. And if you've ever been in a runner-chaser dynamic, you can let me know in the comments. But it is not nice, right? And most of the time, it is the divine masculine who is running away. And when I say divine masculine, divine feminine, I don't mean men and women. These are just energies, right? And so that's why we're going to go deeper into exploring these energies that live within all of us. Like, for example, I mainly used to identify with divine feminine, but as I've gone through my healing journey, I identify with both, and I can see how I get triggered in both ways and how it kind of switches on and off. And I can see that in my twin as well. Sometimes I'm like, this person is so sensitive. Like, you're acting like the way, you know, but I understand it because they're just healing their own divine feminine triggers. Okay. And so in this stage, you're probably going to experience some type of tower moment. Not like you haven't been experiencing it before, but the tower moment in this connection specifically. And so the divine feminine has to step away. And sometimes it's a choice. Divine feminine chooses to walk away. And sometimes it's not a choice and it gets ripped from you, like a tower moment, right? And so yes, I was the runner first, and then he became the runner. I've gone through Dark Night of the Soul. Yes, exactly. And we'll get into like spiritual awakenings as the series continues and as I continue to do lives. But thank you for sharing your experiences. And let me actually take a quick little break here. I'm going to grab some water. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Bubba's here. He's in the video today, guys. But yes, we're going to get our face ready for some makeup. We're gonna do some winged looks, and then we'll talk more about the divine feminine stepping away and why that's necessary. And you know, we'll go deeper into it. This is my giant jug of water that I drink every day. Okay. Honestly, this is as good as the hair is gonna get. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, like this is probably it. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Booba! You got a little shout out, Booba. Booba. Wanna come say hi? He is so sleepy. I'm not even gonna try. Sometimes he'll get hype and he'll come up here and, you know, be cute, but he's also very camera shy. And every time I try to put him on camera, he looks away and I feel like a stage mom, so I really try not to do that. But just like yesterday, I've already washed my face and used some lotion. I don't really use face primer. And we're just gonna brush our brows. This is the little brow brush that I use. It's from e.l.f. I got it at Target. Your girl loves Target, so Target and Wawa's are like my life. That's are like my life. Yes, so don't be surprised if I get a sponsorship from either Target or Wawa's, because I will take that in a heartbeat. Those places I go to every week. But anyways, we just brush the brows so that they look nice and neat and clean. And today, guys, we're gonna be using tape. Ooh, that was a lot of tape. That was way too much tape. Hold up. We use our mouths here. He's making little snorting noises. Okay, so why does the divine feminine have to step away? we kind of already went into it, but let's just kind of recap a little bit, right? So divine feminine has to allow the divine masculine to run away so that they can resolve their karma. Most of the time, the divine feminine has already been in the process of, you know, getting a divorce, moving, changing careers, changing their body, going to therapy. You know, there's a lot of things that the divine masculine is kind of learning, even though they don't want to admit it. They really won't. But they are seeing and they are noticing, and they're kind of saying like, hey, like if you can do that at this stage in your life, why can't I also work on myself and put myself first? So it's kind of like you're helping each other. And so if you've ever heard like okay, how do I word this? So I have watched videos of people talking through almost like a hypnosis stage, and they like are talking through their soul. I forgot what that's called, but it's a specific type of therapy where they're kind of talking to their higher self or something like that, right? And so they're describing the twin flame journey, and many times it's been described as a curse. So why is the twin flame journey described as a curse? And that is because there's a lot of baggage that both twins accumulate throughout your lifetime. So when you come together, there can be a lot of obstacles in the way for you guys to actually come into union, right? There can be third parties, there can be distance, both emotional, physical. There can be a lot of differences. Most people experience like age gaps, culture, race things, right? Language barriers, all of it, all of the above. Some people experience all of the above. A big period of separation. And so there's baggage that comes along that you both have to work through. And just like your twin can't work through your baggage, you can't work through theirs. They have to do that on their own, right? Because the divine masculine loves to learn through hard lessons and experiences, right? It's just in their nature. And I feel like any human, honestly, like we're hard-headed. We love to learn in our own way, right? And so your divine masculine will find that although they are not with you, they are also seeing synchronicities. They are also seeing the signs, and they also can't stop thinking about you. And they're also wondering like, what's going on here? Why do I feel crazy? Like was not in my plans. This is not what I thought I was going to experience at this point in my life. They probably thought they had it all figured out. And so they're going to realize that the more that they run, all roads are going to lead back to you. Oh, this is tape in my hand. Yes, I'm going to put tape in my eyes so that I can just do a quick look. Sometimes I just don't got time to be precise. So I'm just going to use tape. Yep. I'm actually just going to put it on because I'm here like talking with my hands, with tape in my hands. This tape is way too long, yo. Hold up. Yeah, the tape thing is a hack. And honestly, I use like tape from Target. I buy everything at Target, if you can't tell. But yeah, I don't really get like the face tape. I'm sorry, take me to jail. Take me to jail, because I'm not gonna be bothered with it. Okay, stop. This is way too small now, I feel. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, we love Target. See, now I'm just checking to see that it's like even. One is like way too long. That is okay. So we're gonna be using this palette today, you guys. This is by Beauty Bay, and it's this nudes thing. I'm either really neutral or I have really bright colors. I don't have my other palette with me, but I either do like super bright glittery things or I just go super neutral and like brown, grays, things like that. I have a hard time finding an in-between when it comes to my makeup looks. I either go all out or I just go chill. But anyways, let me put on some of this makeup because I need to make time, you guys. You girl sleepy, hungry, and I have commitments that I have to do. But I'm really happy that I get to do this live with you guys today. And thank you for everyone who's coming and commenting. I'm trying to read. Let's actually read through some of these comments. Believe it or not, straight to jail. Oh my god, I love that. Oh my god. Undercooked, overcooked, straight to jail. You miss your dental appointment? Believe it or not, jail. I love that show. That show's so freaking funny. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of a creamy base with just like a white color. Nothing crazy. See, this is like going up, and I hate when that happens. I just gotta press it on for a moment. Okay. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, I'm really not about being precise. I think yesterday I was like taking my time with it. Today I'm like, let's go. Okay, so you could tell by the way I was doing my hair. Okay, let me see. I just don't think I did that right. Pero bueno, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Nada, pero salir adelante. And in case you don't understand Spanish, I said, what are we gonna do? Nothing but move ahead, right? Ooh, this is a purple color here. I usually have like a rag that I like clean this off. I don't want to have to get up over there. Oh no, I found something. We're gonna get back into the twin flame stuff, I promise. Just give me 1 second. Let me make some movement in the makeup department, and then we'll get right back into twin flame separation. Just bear with me, you guys, because I'm seeing everybody dropping, and I'm like, well, I guess it is what it is, right? I also tend to get really distracted because I'm naturally a multitasker. Anyways, the color I'm gonna use today is called Warm and Cozy, right there. And we're just gonna tap. Tap it on the phone. And we are going to do this. I feel like I can see on my phone. See how nice that looks? Why we use tape, guys? Don't hate until you try it. Okay. And I dropped a bunch of stuff. What did I drop? Okay. Do you guys hear that? That's Papa. Next time I won't make it a get ready with me because I really thought I could do both things at once. And I feel like I do get into the groove of it, but right now I'm trying to focus on getting at least a good base done here. Okay, so now that we have a few things done, I'm just gonna add a little bit of eyeliner, and we're gonna keep talking about the frustrations that come with twin flame separation. Welcome back, Booba. Yeah, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You enjoy your nappy? Yeah. He has all his toys there. He's like surrounded by toys in a fuzzy blanket. It's so cute. Anyways, what was I doing? I was looking for this. All right, girl. For real this time. Let's get back into it. Okay, so divine feminine spiritually will always lead, and so you may feel like you you may feel as the divine feminine that you are understanding the connection a lot more and a lot quicker than your divine masculine. Not to say that you understand it right away, right? Because I know that sometimes people experience this and they're like, no idea what's going on here, super lost or in denial. So when you are finally understanding, just try to remember where you were when you didn't understand this connection, because divine masculine stays in that for a few years for some people. And separation is not a stage that's like, oh, it happens, you overcome it, and like you come into union and everything is perfect and wonderful. No, I've had clients that have been separated for a decade. I've had clients that have been separated for 2 years, 2 weeks, a few months. I have clients that do this dance on and off, okay? So if don't compare your situation to anybody else, just know that every twin flame journey is unique, and separation can happen for multiple reasons. And with all that being said, the frustration is real. Okay, Divine Feminine has made changes. They're almost ready to come into union, right? They have experienced tower moments, right? And again, we kind of already went through all of that. But let's go a little bit deeper into the tower moments that you can experience. And this isn't exclusive to Divine Feminine. The Divine Masculine is going to do it too. They're just scared to change, and they're not going to go through it first. Divine Feminine is, but it is what it is. And so letting go of attachments, moving, starting something new, spiritual awakenings, work on improving yourself, and as a Divine Feminine, as you're moving through these tower moments and through separation, because separation is a tower moment within itself, right? Especially if you knew you had to let go of this person because they weren't making the changes that needed to be made, but you wanted to stay. You didn't set good boundaries and you wanted to stay. Hey, guilty as charged. It happens, right? And so you really need to think about the areas in your life that you've been neglecting, especially when you're in separation. So what small steps can you take to improve the relationship with yourself, especially with your ideal self? How close are you to your ideal self? How far away do you feel from your ideal self, right? Because as much as the journey is about union and coming together and experiencing this wonderful love, it can also be, and it is also very much so, about healing yourself. And so let's move into the secret to a union, both within and with your divine masculine or divine counterpart, right? Depending on where you're resonating and, who's the runner, chaser in the dynamic. And so what can you do while you're in separation in the meantime to speed up union? And detachment is key. So the Divine Feminine, why did I say feminine? The Divine Feminine will need to release a lot of emotions after their Divine Masculine runs, right? Or whoever's the runner and chaser. But this is normal. It's normal to release these emotions. It's normal to honor these emotions. And it's normal to feel all the emotions that may arise, right? We're not doing toxic positivity here. That's not what my channel is about. It's not what it's ever been about. Positivity has a place, but so does negativity, right? Yin and yang. It all works for your higher good. And so if you are feeling anger, if you're feeling sadness, if you're fearful, this is part of your own healing. And it needs to be experienced so that it can be honored, acknowledged, and then released. And we're releasing through the process of change. I don't think I've really ever heard a tarot card reader here. It kind of explained that process, right? The way that you release is as you are in the process of changing your thoughts, waiting for change. Sometimes you need to feel it. And sometimes if you feel a cry coming on, go to your room, go to a place where you feel safe and just cry it out. Draw if you need to. Try not to escape or distract yourself. Try to allow it to flow. We're not causing resistance. We're really just acknowledging that, sometimes Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine can make me feel ways that I don't want to feel, and that's okay. Oh my God, you guys, I'm doing the wing. Let's see. This is so eye-opening. That's exactly what I've been doing in our time apart. Yeah, that's what you're meant to be doing. And that actually leads me to another point, right? Don't put a time limit on yourself. Sometimes I'll get clients that will come to me for tarot readings and they're very frustrated. They're coming from a very desperate, tired, almost exhausted place from this journey, right? It's like they wish they never even have heard of this journey or embarked on it, right? And so, hey, Brandy. Hey, Anna. And so, oh my God, I got so distracted there. This is why I don't read the comments while I'm doing live. But anyways, I really can't remember what I was saying. It'll come to me. In the meantime, let me finish doing this wing. Oh, yes. Okay, it came to me. So, don't give yourself a time limit. Don't say, oh, I already cried about this 3 months ago. Why am I still crying about this? Why am I still going through it? Because what you felt is very real and it's a very intense emotion. And it's not going to take one crying session to get over, right? It's going to take time. And sometimes your body can't handle releasing that much emotion at all time, you know, for like 2 or 3 days straight. You feel me? It's gonna take some time, and sometimes it doesn't serve you to feel that emotion, and you have to work on other things so you don't. But then when you do have time to have these feelings, and sometimes you may not feel like you have the time, but that's the universe telling you that this isn't the time to do it, right? That's why we don't like to be in denial. We don't like to hold back. Yeah, you need to make yourself your own safe space and have compassion for your past self and for your current self and for your future self. And just know that the cycle is not it's not gonna be like this forever. Everything is temporary, right? You're gonna go through a period where you hate your divine masculine or feminine, or you're angry at them, or you just really wish you could change them. And so that's completely normal, and that's part of the journey. And what you need to do is work on confronting those shadows, right? If you're ready to do that shadow work and releasing those emotions, changing your behaviors and your thought patterns. So this is why detachment works and why detachment is such a pivotal point in your twin flame journey. And it is key. I have a whole chapter on detachment in my book. Actually, I might read you guys a little bit about it to give you a little bit of a sneak peek, but also because I think detachment is so freaking important. Okay, but before we do that, I did want to read you guys a quote from Neville Goddard's book, The Power of Awareness. I read this myself. I've read a lot of his books. But if you don't know who Neville Goddard is, he is an author who explains how to use universal laws like, you know, law of assumption, law of attraction, how to control your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, and how to be more conscious in your life so that you can obtain positive changes in your life. And so this is kind of a long quote, so bear with me, but he says, let me pull it up actually. He says, man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. All it befalls a man, all that is done by him, all that comes from him happens as a result of his state of consciousness. A man's consciousness is all that he thinks and desires in love, all that he believes is true and consents to. That is why a change of consciousness is necessary before you change your outer world. Right? And that kind of leads into this energetic push and pull that happens when you chase. When you're chasing, you're pushing your person away. And I think this is, and you can apply this outside of twin flame connections, right? You can apply this to love or manifesting anything in your life that you would like to manifest. And so this is why I think it was really popular in like manifesting communities and tarot spiritual communities here on TikTok and just on the internet in general. That affirmation, what was it? Oh, I don't chase, I attract, right? And so as a tarot card reader, I read that as Empress energy. We're nurturing, we're giving back to ourselves, we're acknowledging, where am I giving, where am I pouring into that doesn't deserve that energy or isn't pouring back into me and is actually depleting me, right? Because if you don't have enough in your cup, how are you supposed to give to others? You can't, right? You have to take care of yourself first. That's why it's the most important thing. And so let's actually read my book and talk a little bit about raising your vibration, because after you confront your feelings, right, you're acknowledging you're in the process of changing. And remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. And so after this confronting of your feelings comes the acceptance stage. Okay, so let me read a little bit from my book because I do talk about this, and I think it's going to be more helpful. Okay. Ooh, why am I reading this upside down? I'm like, yes, guys. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? I should have marked this. It's one of the last chapters here. I do know it is. Okay, yeah. Yep. And so, you guys ready for this? Okay. You will find that after a period of confronting and accepting your feelings, for this connection, you will experience an uprise in synchronicities, like constantly seeing their name, birthday, car, or even running into a stranger who looks eerily similar. And by the way, these are very common. As part of this 21 days of twin flame lives, we're going to go into the most uncommon or just signs that I haven't really heard anybody speak about online in twin flame connections. So, I'll look out for that. But anyways, back to this. You will feel an increase in your telepathic connection, where you catch yourself having everyday conversations with your twin in your head. Some people even experience constant vivid dreams with their twins. During this purging period, I love that, purging period, right? You will find that you are more connected with your twin throughout your day and purging more and more intense emotions than ever, like having crying spells and feeling suddenly overwhelmed or exhausted. This is where those breathing techniques come in handy. So I do talk about breathing techniques and things that you can do to catch yourself and change, your reality through action in the previous chapters. So that's why I mentioned that. And this says, at this point, you're so used to seeing synchronicities, and now when you see things, people, or places that remind you of your twin, it brings great joy instead of hurt and resentment, right? There's a flip, there's a switch. This is the beginning stages of your detachment period, and it was directly triggered by the last two steps that we covered in the previous chapter. Detachment can be one of the most arduous parts of the journey if you try to force it upon yourself. However, without fully detaching, you will not be able to move forward in your twin flame journey, because detaching is one of the vital steps in attracting your twin flame. So the question becomes, then how does one detach while simultaneously remaining in an optimistic receiving vibration, right? And so first, you must understand that you have to be real with yourself and acknowledge your feelings. This means you are not lying to yourself about the tremendous love and attraction that you feel towards your twin. Then comes the acceptance stage. Okay, so now we're getting into we already talked about all the stuff I mentioned. Let's go into the acceptance stage now, right? This means accepting the harsh reality that your twin flame may not be ready for union at this time. But this does not mean that you are waiting without action and purpose. This is your time to step into your power and pour that energy of desiring your twin into your own passions. After all, the energies of desire, including sexual desire, can be easily turned into creative energy, because that's all coming from your sacral chakra and all that stuff. And we'll talk about chakras and how that all, manifesting your twin flame and all that in the later parts of this 21 days of twin flame series that we're doing here. And so let's see. This is because the energies of desiring pleasure stem from our sacral chakra, which not only houses our creativity, but your confidence, abundance, and sexuality, okay? For example, instead of saying, I'm going to wait until my twin and I are in union to start a fun shared activity like a dance class, for example, you shift your mindset to, I'm going to start dance classes now for myself, so important, in order to improve my health, meet new friends, increase my confidence. And when my twin flame comes into my life, right, because you are living your highest timeline, you are accepting your detachment, and you know that you're going to get everything that you want already, I can share with them what I have learned. Okay, I'm going to read a few more and then we will finish this off with a journal prompt so that you can do that at home if you'd like. And this says, with this mindset shift, you are ready for the final step of detachment, which is the welcoming stage. It's time to let go of the past, honor your feelings, and welcome it what has always been meant for you. Change is gradual, but a given. Furthermore, you will notice that your thoughts about your twin flame start to become less obsessive. It's easier to get back on track with your day. Synchronicities and dreams can significantly decrease as well. I look so crazy with my teeth and like my half done eyes, I'm noticing, but whatever, it is what it is. You will start to feel more inspired, have positive thoughts regarding your life and that of your twins. Even if you truly feel that they will not come back around, you are at peace with yourself. And then there's more about that last final stage that I write in my book. So if you want to know how to get this. It's not out yet, but you can sign up for updates. It is linked in my bio, which is direct.me/SoledadTarot. But I thought that was really important, so I wanted to share that. And if there's a chapter that you guys want me to fully read on one of these lives, let me know. Leave me comments, send me messages. Let me know right now, you know. And so to kind of end this live, I do want to take a bit of a water break, and then I'm going to share some journal prompts and questions that you can ask yourself as you are going through twin flame separation to help you with the process. Oh, thank you, Danielle. That makes me so happy. Core girl, just go ahead and read us the whole book, or let me know where to buy it. It's still a work in progress, you guys. I'm trying to make it really more of a guide. Again, I don't want it to be like every other twin flame book out there. It really is a guide, a tracking journal, a healing tool, and yeah. I'm excited too. I'm super excited for it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And there's so many other things that are going to come with the journal, so get excited. This has literally been like my baby. And this is just a sample. This is not for resale, it's just a sample. So this isn't even the final version. It's gonna be thicker. And in case you guys wanted to see, this is kind of what it's looking like. So let me finish doing my eyeliner and I will give you these journal prompts. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know and maybe I can read some before I leave today. But I do have to go because I have lunch plans at 1 and your girl's hungry. Let me do my eyeliner. See, I'm keeping it very simple today. I'm not trying to be extra or anything. And honestly, if you saw yesterday's live, which by the way, I'm still working on putting on YouTube, that is going to be coming up later today. If you missed yesterday's live, it was a really good one. Tomorrow's live is going to be, what's tomorrow's live going to be about? Where? Twin flame separation. Oh, divine feminine and masculine energies. That's what we're going to break down, the whole dynamic to identify which one you are and, you know, how they manifest in the twin flame journey and all of that. So that will be tomorrow's live. I'm really excited about that one. Let me take off this tape so I stop looking all crazy on here, and I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup routine is the same as yesterday. Literally like the same foundation stick I put as concealer, the same bronzer, the same blush, except I am using a different lipstick today, so I'm gonna show you guys what that is in case you were curious. It's similar to the one I used yesterday. Hold up, you guys. One momento, please. Oh, I could have sworn I had it in here. Hold up. This is what we're working with. Oh, here it is. So this is actually by Kylie Jenner. I'm not a huge fan of her formula because I used to buy it when she first launched and it was really bad. What's the twin flame series on Netflix? Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay, the last days of, you know how I'm doing this whole 21 days of twin flame lives, the last 3 days we're gonna watch together that series, and I'm gonna comment on it, and we're gonna pause, and we're gonna engage with each other, and I can't wait to do that. It's gonna be cozy. We're gonna have our coffee together, our tea, our blankets, and we're just gonna do a watch along. It's 3 episodes, and I think it's about like a twin flame cult. So I'm trying to see like what's going on over there. I really am, because it seems very, very insane, but you know, I'm really interested in watching that. So yeah, that's gonna be the last days of this whole series. So should be from like the 20th to like the 22nd that we will do that. So yes. Hi, Sid. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna use really quickly, and then I'll give you the journal prompts. I can't sometimes. Okay, let me see. I really should have put on chapstick, but it is what it is, right? I don't know. It's a little too late for that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be kissing anybody, so besides my dog. Did you guys like the meme from yesterday though? I think it was like the dog meme, like when you find out your longest relationship has been with your dog. I died. Okay. So thank you to everyone who has stuck around, and thank you for your patience. Right now, this is the look. This is what we're doing, which I think is fine. I did say I was gonna go more natural today, so. Okay, anyways, so here is a journal prompt that you can take away from today's live, and just if you're in the twin flame journey and you're in the separation stage, right? You can ask yourself, channeling that Empress energy, that I don't chase, I attract energy, in what ways have I been pouring into others that I can pull back and start pouring into myself? Do I make time to focus on my priorities? What are my current priorities? Why are these things my priorities, and how do they serve me? Thank you, Core. So those were the journal prompts, and this live will be up tomorrow, and I will try to post some highlights of this live later today. I'm also going to try to post a reading tomorrow in case any of you miss my readings. I mean, I'm sure you do. I'm a tarot card reader. Anyways, you're welcome. I love doing these little journal prompts at the end, so I'm going to try to include them as much as I can. But anyways, I hope that you have a wonderful day wherever you are. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And tomorrow, again, we're going to be talking about divine feminine and divine masculine energies, and we're going to get into it. So, and I'll be posting more about my live schedule and what topics we're going to be covering on my stories and making little videos here and there. Anyways, I'm going to shut up now. Bye.